Thank you very much. And I'm thankful to all of them who thought to organize it and work on it. And it's a pleasure. Although it's not really nothing new. We are in the same place that we were when it comes to the integration process, or better to the EU, Albania and North Macedonia, but overall EU and Western Balkan relations. Anyhow, it all started always with the war, and for Odyssey, it was called the Trojan War. For Western Balkans, it was called the Yugoslav dissolution wars. Both lasted 10 years. Subsequently, Odyssey fell captive to the goddess Calypso, and we fell captive to the integration process. But there is a difference. Odyssey could escape. We can't. We can't escape from that, and we don't want to. We don't want to, whatever it takes. It has become really tormentous to keep going, and in the meantime, keep being kept on hold. And it's really a matter of kind of adopting us to this, because things have changed, and have changed in many ways, and have changed in the wrong direction for all of us in the Western Balkans. Once upon a time, we were told that this process, the integration process, will ease a lot our countries vis-à-vis nationalisms, and would suppress somehow by the force of example the Balkan nationalisms. But guess what? Today we are hostage of European nationalisms, and the pop-up here and there of issues that are fueled or are, sensitive to nationalisms in Europe, makes the process stumbling. And this is sad, it's very sad. But on the other hand, what we can do? We should keep going, because we have no other alternatives, and we don't want to seek for other alternatives. Especially here in Albania, we know that demons exist. We dealt with them in the past, and we learned the lesson the hard way. There is no other alternative than to have our own place in this union of peace and of safety. And it's the first time in our lifetime as a nation that we can finally choose by ourselves as people, and not be imposed a place where others choose for us. Bottom line is, the process of European integration is becoming less and less predictable, more and more unfair. I recall that after the 2004 enlargement, things were harder for Bulgaria and Romania in 2007, and then even harder for Croatia. But it is what it is, as legendary Donald Trump would say. So we have to keep going, and I strongly believe that in the meantime, that we are doing our homework and we are pushing and pushing and pushing with the reforms and with all the steps that are needed to reach there. And not because someone there is asking us, but because this is what we should do for our next generations. We have to push much more within the region and to strengthen our bilaterals and our regional cooperation as a whole. Something important happened during these years, and maybe it's the only good news that we got from outside of our borders, which, by the way, are the EU borders. We are surrounded by them, and this good thing is named Berlin Process. So we entered in a new era of reconnection and cooperation among ourselves. I have met, for example, Zoran Zaev more times lately than I've met some ministers of mine. On the other hand, same thing with Serbian counterparts. And this doesn't make any more news because it's the new normal. Once upon a time, when I met Alexander Vucic, it was the biggest news one could imagine for many reasons. It was 68 years after the last visit of an Albanian head of state happened in Belgrade, and now it's normal, and it's a good thing that it's normal. But we need to push. We need to push, and that's why we have decided with our partners in the region, Serbia and North Macedonia, to just push and push and push, not to divide the region, not to create something that is in contradiction with the whole vision and with the whole region, but to simply lead by example and show that this is just what our citizens need, and this is just what we owe to our people. Easier life, the four freedoms of Europe implemented within our region, waiting to be part of the big European family where these freedoms are already present. And last but not least, I would like to conclude that it's really important to have Greece on board in the region. Greece, for known reasons, had a period of time that was absent. But now that normality is back, growth is back, a lot of dreams and hopes of the Greek people are back as possible. I hope that Greece will be more present and will be more participative in this whole homework of regional cooperation.